I'm going to work a percent composition to chemical formula problem. And in this example, we are working with a compound that contains 30% sulfur and 70% oxygen. To do this, there are 4 steps. Step 1 is to convert percent to mass. Step 2 is to convert mass to mole. In step 3, we're going to divide by the smallest value. And in step 4, we're going to multiply to a whole number if necessary. But let's just start here with the first step. So for step 1, to convert percent to mass, this is what my answer would look like. I am literally taking this percent sign off and writing grams. So 30% becomes 30 grams, 70% becomes 70 grams. Step 2, let's convert mass to mole. So now that we know there are 30 grams and 70 grams, we're going to set up a gram to mole conversion. This is how we would convert sulfur into moles of sulfur. And this is 4 moles of oxygen. Now we're going to compare the 2 values that we have here and here, because we need to divide by the smallest mole value. So which of these 2 values is smaller? It's 0.9346, which means we are going to divide this number and this number each by 0.9346. So our third step would look like this. This gets us to 1, and that's for sulfur, and this gets us to 4.68, that is for oxygen. And for our final step, we need to see if multiplying to a whole number is necessary or if we can just round. Here we don't have a decimal, so let's not worry about that one. But here we see 4.68. If you have a decimal that ends in 0.25, 0.33, 0.5, 0.66, or 0.75, you will be required to use a multiplication factor to get that value to a whole number. If we simply end in 0.0, 0.1, or 0.9, you're just going to round up or down to the nearest whole number. So here we have 4.68, which is very, very close to this 0.66 ending, which means we are going to multiply by 3. Keep in mind that if we multiply this number by 3, we also have to do that to our value for sulfur. And doing so will result in this. 4.68 times 3 is 14, and that's for oxygen. 1 times 3 is 3, and that is for sulfur. Finally, we just need to take that and write it as a chemical formula. So 3 sulfurs and 14 oxygens would be written as S3O14.